Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning into another fine edition of the Horror Debate. My name is Jeff Rowdy Jake here, and alongside me, as always, Michael Mandy.
This week we're going to be reviewing The Hitcher from 2007, a remake of an old C. Thomas Howell and Rutger Hauer film, directed by Dave Meyers.
Is he like the brother of Michael Myers?
That's what I thought, because he sure killed this film.
Don't give it away so early, man. Now take it slow, you know?
Right.
This film had some decent points to it.
All right, what's the plot there, Jeff? Tell us what happened.
The same thing it was in the first one. Basically, two, I guess, teenagers, weren't they? Driving in this really nice car, by the way.
Very nice car.
A 443 in it or something like that? It was a 442 engine. It was like a fastback kind of Mustang or something?
Main difference, though, right off the bat, in the C. Thomas Howell film, the original one, he was driving by himself. But here, they gave the guy a girlfriend to hang on.
And what a girlfriend she was.
Yes, Sophia Bush, looking like Courtney Cox's little sister.
A little bit, but hotter.
Yeah, she looked like she stepped out of a WB series.
Maybe because she did.
She did.
Maybe because she did. You know, I thought she had like Jennifer Aniston's mouth.
Okay.
You know,
and Courtney Cox's hair.
Can you do that now in Hollywood? Can you just go into the doctor and say, I want like Jennifer Aniston's mouth?
Yes, they do that now.
I heard that. That's why I had to bring that up. Anyway, back to the plot. These two teenagers are heading to Lake Manitoba.
Havasu. Lake Havasu.
Okay.
That's where everybody in LA goes.
There you go. Manitoba, Havasu, you know, whatever. And
Lake Havasu, they have a replica. They have the London Bridge over there.
Is it falling down?
No, it was falling down, so they took it out. And the mayor of Lake Havasu had it rebuilt over there. It's very
sweet.
Cool. It's not the one that's up there now. It was the one from 100 years ago.
Well, okay, it's raining cats,
Useless
dogs,
trivia.
and like mice. Okay, at this particular evening
Pouring
when they're
down
driving to the lake, right? And
they
almost hit this dude standing out in the middle of the road
in Texas
with his car
New Mexico
on the side of the road, right?
Yep, they almost hit him.
And they spin out, and he even said it was the first time he ever did a 360. He was so proud that he did a 360 in that car, and they decided to keep going, right? So the guy obviously is ticked off, right? But he's really out there. We all knew what he was doing. He's out there playing bait, right? Mm-hmm. He's out there trying to get somebody to stop. And so they'll pick him up, and so he can do his damage. But anyway, they decide to move on, and they stop at a convenience store to get some gas down the road a few miles. And he's at the register saying, hey, you know, we saw this car back there. Can you call a truck for this guy, right? And the clerk, this idiot clerk with the nice tan lines, by the way, had to stop and say, hey, you know, we're not sending nobody. You know, the truck, the guy for the truck's not going to be back for so and so how many hours, like 7 o'clock or something, right? So, you know, and he thought the guy was a little weird. And I personally thought immediately that the clerk, was in on it. Okay?
Kind of like The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, he seemed like he was totally in on the gig, you know, okay? But anyway, the guy's paying for his ho-hos and Twinkies and anything else that the chick wants,
he brought
right?
a ho-ho with him in the car.
Hey. So, lo and behold, guess who shows up? Jackie Gleason. No, I'm kidding. No. The dude that's playing the Hitcher, right? The bad guy of the movie, the antagonist of the movie, right? He shows up and basically asks, he's playing the part nice. He
talks himself into getting a ride.
Yeah, talks himself into getting a ride, and basically they put him in the car, and somewhere just shortly down the road, he starts to flip out a little bit. And obviously, you know, had death planned for these two, and was going to move on and do other people along this road, and that's where it starts, man. That's where the trouble begins.
They keep knocking him out, and he keeps getting ahead of them.
He kicked him out of that car. That was the coolest thing, man.
But this guy it's a cat and mouse game, basically, the whole film, about how this hitchhiker guy keeps catching up to them.
Did you say Hitchcocker?
I almost did.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know, they show the movie The Birds in the hotel room. They're watching that, so I got Hitchcock on the brain.
Exactly. Well, anyways, you know...
Was this movie necessary?
Well, I don't think it was necessary, but how many movies are necessary, Mike? I mean, okay, I think probably how I'd put this one is that it was very shallow but entertaining. And I actually was entertained, and that's going to definitely garner some points from me there, just for the fact that, you know, I was never, ever bored. I thought the time went really quick in this movie.
This movie had a lot of predictable boo moments in it.
Didn't I call it?
Oh,
you called it.
I called. I'm sorry. They showed this rabbit getting ready to cross the road.
The opening scene of the movie.
The first 3 seconds of this movie, they show a rabbit walking up to a road, and then you see a car coming towards the camera, and I said, the rabbit's going to get splattered from a car going the opposite direction. They're fooling you with that car coming toward you.
Right.
And son of a gun, man, splatting right there.
That was a beautiful thing. So Mike stands up and high-fives me, because, he's doing the wave because he got that right?
And then you pick out something, and bam, it happened. My wife picked out something, and it happened. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but she just told you to go get a refill of popcorn, and it happened, man. We're not talking about that. No. We're talking about the stuff that happened on the screen here, And I did. I picked out two of the big boom moments, and I even actually said who was going to be in the boom moment when the lady was in the toilet, right? Uh-huh. She's in the bathroom.
Well, not only that, what about when the guy's sleeping on the side of the car? Oh, something's going to happen.
Oh, yeah,
He's going to hit the glass,
Right. Extremely predictable, but yet
very
entertaining.
Predictable.
It was entertaining. I thought both the young people in the movie were very well presented. Okay, they're not the greatest actors in the world. We're not going to hold that against them.
Sean Bean was or not Sean Bean. He was the hitchhiker. Zachary Knighton. I've never heard of him.
No, I haven't heard him either. I thought he did a good job, especially when he gets, pulled by the two pieces of the truck, which was...
oh, dude.
That was a little disturbing, wasn't it?
Spoiler warning.
What a great way. I didn't say what happened. I said he got pulled. Uh-huh. Okay, so relax. Anyway.
But you know what? You see it in the menu.
Yeah, you kind of, and I said that, didn't I? Say that when I was going through? Because
don't watch the menu, guys. Because
wait. Let me explain something, okay? On HD DVDs, okay, because that's what we watch this on. On HD DVDs, they're touting the fact that you can be in the menu and having all this cool animation and stuff and parts of the movie playing in the background. And actually what you can do is when you're watching the movie, you can actually hit the menu button and it won't even stop your movie. The menu will come up like a 3D, like over scan kind of thing on top of the movie, and you're able to navigate around and place bookmarks where you want them and things like that, right? Which is really cool. The problem that I'm running into with these things is that they're showing me parts of the movie before I ever get into the movie. Okay?
Yeah, and then parts that are kind of important in this movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up my audio, tell it what to do. I'm in the audio menu, and I'm seeing like almost kills, right? I mean, this is ridiculous. So, yeah, guys, if you're going to do cool menus and animations, it's all good. I love all this techie stuff, right? But don't show me parts of the movie before I'm actually into it, and they're all out of place, and you're like, oh, well, I saw that in the menu, so I know that's going to happen somewhere. Right. Just where is it going to happen?
On the menu, you're not supposed to show vital spoiler-type parts. You're supposed to show the car driving and maybe a close-up of the guy sticking his thumb out. Ooh,
Yeah, right,
I mean,
right.
Not
obvious stuff.
Not people's fate.
Yeah.
Something important to the plot you're not supposed to know about.
Yeah. One thing I will say is, this movie I thought was paced perfectly for what it was. For the type of film that this was, I mean, we're not talking about an American classic here, right? We're talking about The Hitcher. I thought that it started quick, and it was quick.
It did not start quick. She had to go to the bathroom.
Dude, it started quick.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. Quicker than some of the stuff you make me watch. I'm still waiting for some of those movies to start. I'm sitting here still 3 days later waiting for some of these movies to start. This movie, it was within 5 minutes, Mike, and 5 minutes is more than acceptable.
She was still going to the bathroom.
5 minutes. Well, she was constipated. No, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is more than acceptable to get some action kicking. And actually, that's not even true, because as soon as you pop this movie in, the freaking rabbit gets killed, and you're like, wow. You were so excited you jumped up and high-fived me. Come on, Mike. This movie starts off as soon as you hit play, you're in it, and you're feeling for these two teenagers. Not really so much later, because they make a lot of stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the beginning you're feeling for them. At least I was.
This movie is the kind of movie where they have to make the stupid decision, otherwise the movie would end. So it's kind of frustrating with these kind of films.
Well, I mean, there's only so many times you can look like you did something to the cops, and you can be telling them, hey, I didn't do it, it wasn't me. Yeah. But you got witnesses that saw you do it, or at least they think they saw you do it, right? And I'm not going to give away spoilers, but let me tell you something. You will be so frustrated, like in the midpoint of this movie, that you'll be like wanting to take the cops and just kind of shake them with their little,
hey, one cop actually had a brain. One cop had a brain.
Yes, and actually, you know who he was? And I said this as soon as he came on the screen. It was the guy who played the casino owner in Walking Tall with The Rock. Okay? And he's a good actor.
Neil McDonough.
He is a good actor. And he plays all of his parts with a lot of emotion, and that's a guy that could really tick you off with a look on his face. Okay, who was just like a smirk, like a cocky smirk. That guy could tick you off. Now, in this movie, he was a good guy, but when he plays a bad guy, he's even better. Okay, and you just want The Rock to just rock bottom this guy, man. I mean, it was just like, wow.
Don't get Jeff started on telling wrestling stories,
decent
man.
movie. Walking Tall was actually a real decent remake, I thought, personally. But anyway, back to the Hitcher. He did a real effective performance, I thought, as the sheriff, right? Or he wasn't really the sheriff. He was like somebody was called in.
He was the lieutenant.
He was a lieutenant, right? Yeah,
so they had to call him in because, I'm sorry, when someone kills an entire police station.
Well, we'll just call him the top cop. Because that's basically what he was, right? So, a very effective performance. I mean, this is one guy, and I kid you not.
He kind of looked a little silly with that cowboy hat, though.
Yeah, the cowboy hat could have gone. But I kid you not, this guy really kind of lends some credibility to whatever film he's in. I honestly believe that. I mean, everything that he's in kind of steps up a notch when he's on screen. And I thought this movie did as well, as like we said, the top cop. So, pretty good stuff. I mean, I'm not panning this movie, dude. I'm not panning it. I mean, I thought that, it was an entertaining movie from beginning to end. I was not sitting there going, okay, when's this thing going to be over?
No, it was entertaining. It moved from place to place. But like I said,
all movies move from place to place.
No, a lot of movies just stop and
like
are boring as hell.
Watch, like I was telling you earlier, right? So, okay.
Anyways, this film, but what can I say? It was like a little frustrating to watch because, yes, they make stupid decisions to keep the movie going. Otherwise, it'd be a short film.
Yeah.
Did this movie really need to be remade? Did they improve on the original or do anything different? Well, they did add a second character to it, make it a boyfriend-girlfriend team instead of just C. Thomas Howell driving by himself. But I don't know. I'm going to give it 2 stars.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen the first movie. Okay, every time it was on, for whatever reason, I decided to watch something else. Okay, and I remember seeing that movie available, like on HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, whatever.
I saw it in the movie theater
way
twice.
Back in the day, right? And there was always something better on, or what I thought was going to be better on, right?
There's a lot of things better than The Hitcher.
So I never watched it, but I'm just going to rate this movie as a standalone kind of a teenage horror film, because that's basically what it ended up to be. Of course, you made the WB analogy because Sophia Bush was in, One Tree Hill or One Hill Tree or couple of trees on a hill or whatever the heck she was in, right? And the bottom line is she wasn't a bad actress in this movie, and that's what we have to rate. That's what we have to rate. So I'm going to give this movie a 3, and I'm also going to state that I think that a lot of people will be surprised by the quality of the work in this movie. Yes, it looked a little bit like a music video in certain parts.
Oh, God. When the cars were flipping over in the action scene, they were having this terrible bass-heavy subwoofer rattling music going boom, 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 boom. And it was like totally...
Well, that was kind of cool, I thought.
It was totally out of place.
Well...
Totally out of place.
Okay, but it was still kind of cool. It was like... It was a subwoofer demo for my system, dude.
You're not kidding.
See?
But it was totally out of place in the movie.
Yeah, it was a little out of place in the movie. But, the honest truth is I think that...
I think maybe he filmed all this and he's going to use these scenes in a video later on.
What this director, I felt, was kind of trying to do was find a way to mix what his skills were, which were... his history is in music videos. To kind of bring that element into the movie and really kind of make it something that was attractive to the MTV generation, okay? Which, I don't know. Was he successful? I don't know. I'm not in the MTV. I'm no longer in the MTV generation, okay?
We were part of the MTV generation when they played music.
Yeah.
Hence the term music television.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember the first time Kiss took their makeup off on MTV. Yep. That's when MTV was good, music. Right? Yeah. Right? That's when they were playing the stuff. But, nowadays, whatever. VH1 Classic's kind of where it's at. Anyway, but... The bottom line is this movie's not nearly as bad as Michael lends you to believe. He likes, the classics, and I'm sure he's going to, when we do the original Hitcher, he's going to give it like 15 stars, right? But the bottom line is that this movie for the younger set is going to be something they're going to enjoy. And it's definitely a 3-star movie, no doubt about it.
All right, he's Rowdy Jeff. I'm Michael Mandy. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.